I went to London. Part 10. Hello, I hope you are feeling well. First, I want to remind you that there are part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to this story. If you have not watched it yet, visit my channel and watch it, so you can understand the whole story well. My name is Sophia. I am a student of English literature. This is my story. I want to tell you about my life story in London. I want to tell you about my fantastic teacher. You can read my story. You can learn English with me. In the new school, I met a girl named Jenny. She is very good in speaking English. I am impressed by her English speaking skills. I asked her that how she become fluent in English. She told me her story. You can check her story on my channel, Speak English with Lala. Her story is I Went to London Part 9. After listening her story, I asked her, my students are always interested in listening language learning journey because every journey has different experiences and lessons to learn. And of course they find motivation in every journey that helps students a lot. If you will come and give them some time, it will really helpful for them. She said, okay, no problem. I will come tomorrow. I thanked her, and go to my class. I tell my students that tomorrow one of the students from our school will come and give you some tips to improve your English. And you can learn from her accent as she speaks good English. My student become excited. One student asked an interesting question. She says, when we use dictionary, which dictionary should we use? English to English dictionary or English to our language dictionary? This was quite interesting question. All the students was excited to know my answer. I looked at them and said, this is very interesting question. I would like to answer it, but why not we leave this question for tomorrow? And ask this question from Jenny. I am sure, Jenny will give you some useful tips according to her experiences. What do you think? All the students agreed. Whole class was talking about Jenny. They were curious and want to know more about her. But I said, it is better that when you meet her tomorrow, ask her questions that are in your mind. When you want to learn something, curiosity helps you to learn more. Jenny's class. Next day, Jenny come to my class. I introduced her. My students was happy to see her. I said, Jenny, my students are very excited to know about your journey of learning English, and they are looking for some useful tips from you to improve their English. I hope this session will be useful for all of us. I am sitting among students. You may start sharing journey and experiences of your learning English. She smiled and say thank you. I sit among students. She started her session by sharing her English learning journey. She told about how she get motivated by her teacher and her journey to London for learning English. After sharing her story, she shared some useful tips for learning English according to her experiences. She say, if we would like to improve our English, one thing we can do is to build up our vocabulary. In order to do this, we have to practice a lot. There are many effective ways. First of all, we should read a lot. We can read short stories, comics, newspapers, magazines, etc., depending on our English level. As we read, we can try to guess the meanings of unknown words from the context of the sentences. If we cannot, then look up the definition in a dictionary. Keep a vocabulary notebook and write down a few words each day. Keep in mind that we have to revise them regularly. In my opinion, to communicate with people all we need is words. Even if we just say the words one after another, people most likely will understand what we mean regardless of the order of the words and grammar. These are the tips for learning English from my experience. If you have any question, you can ask me. The student asked question that she asked me yesterday. She say, when we use dictionary, which dictionary should we use? English to English dictionary or English to our language dictionary? She smiled and say, this very interesting question. We are familiar to our native language, so when we use English dictionary, we often use English to our native language dictionary. This is effective in a way that we can understand the meaning and definition of the word better. But this is not good idea for English language learners. English to English dictionary should be our first choice and keep the translator as last. Try to be involved with the languages as much as we can. This will help to learn English language or any language you want to learn very fast. One student asked, Jenny, your accent is very good. How did you improve your accent? She say, accent is something that really need time and practice. More you give time and practice, more it will be improved. You should start by listening and imitating how native speakers talk, just as children do when learning to speak. Once we correctly imitate their pronunciation, we understand them better, and they understand us too. Her answer was satisfying students. One student asked her, our teacher already told us practicing English language every day. But we want to know how much time you give to your English language learning. Jenny say, from my experience, I can say that it is important to use English every day for 90 minutes. You don't have to study, but it is good to use English actively. It is good to read for 30 minutes every day and listen to English for 30 minutes every day. Along with reading and listening, it is important to speak for 30 minutes every day. Advice: when you want to learn English, read, listen, and speak. Do each activity for 30 minutes every day.
I would like to know from which country you are watching us. Share this video with your friends for learning English. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Comment and tell me what topic you want to practice next. Have a good time, everyone.